The ECI has instructed electoral officers in both the states the critical gaps to facilitate accessible voting by persons with disability and those senior citizens who might require special facilities. I already reported to you about the 5,000 polling stations. In addition, where there are old buildings in Maharashtra, especially in Mumbai, Pune, a whole lot of lifts that is also being physically cross-checked whether they are working or not, and what can be the alternate arrangements in case there is a malfunctioning which cannot be removed in the short time available to them. Candidates have to fill the columns in nomination paper. Their nomination papers might be rejected if they leave any column blank and they do not fill them despite reminder. Similarly, candidates with criminal antecedents are required to publish information in the newspapers and television channels on 3 occasions during the campaign period. Here I would like to tell you that during the meeting with political parties, almost all the political parties had different interpretations of this, and they also said that within the limit, expenditure limit, it's become pretty costly for us to spend this much money on just publishing these. But we told them that these are the directions of the Honorable Supreme Court. However, within the Commission we are debating whether we can kind of find some solution in terms of either giving this responsibility, putting it into the party expenditure, or directing the state governments and others to charge DIPR rates, etc. But that's premature. This is a combined feedback given to us from Haryana as well as from Maharashtra. But when we really examine it, I think on Monday, we'll kind of able to find a way forward. The ceiling for the elections expenses for a candidate per constituency, both in Haryana and in Maharashtra, will be 28 lakhs. All candidates are required to file their accounts within 30 days of elections. Transaction of money through banking channels will be monitored and foolproof arrangements made to monitor suspicious banking transactions. In fact, when we had a meeting with the central enforcement agencies, we had also requested the chief of the state level bankers committee, normally an officer of the rank of GM in every state, to be present. I must say that in Mumbai especially, we were very keen to know whether they are doing the monitoring of the cooperative banks also. We were assured that they are doing, but however, at this stage only I would like to announce that for Maharashtra, the Commission has decided to send 2 special expenditure observers. And those 2, the orders of which also will be issued today, in fact waiting to be signed, formally issued. One is Madhuji, an officer of 82 batch from the IRS, who retired as special DG investigation, etc. in income tax. And the other is Mr. Murali, who till recently was principal director investigation in Chennai and who is now retired. In fact, these are the 2 officers who had done all the operations in Vellore, which resulted in the rescinding of the elections. Now they are being sent to Maharashtra. In addition, income tax officials in any case go as expenditure observers to every constituency, but these 2 will be sent as special expenditure observers. Last time also we had sent special expenditure observers to Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Telangana, Andhra, depending on the feedback, the credible feedback which we had for the possibility of kind of crossing the expenditure limits, etc. The election campaigns often impose an environmental cost upon us. The Commission had earlier asked the political parties in February to, this is basically an appeal, to reject plastic and use only environment-friendly material in their election campaign. Ashok Lavasa, having remained Secretary of Environment himself, had personally kind of guided that appeal. Again, we shall be renewing our appeal after formal announcement for the same. The ECI wishes to reassure the stakeholders about the functioning and quality of EVMs. On the poll day, a copy of Form 17C having details of the total votes polled, seals, that is the unique numbers for the EVMs and VVPATs used in the polling stations, shall be provided to the polling agents of candidates. Similarly, the polled EVMs and VVPATs will be sealed in respective cases and preserved in a strong room under double lock system. These strong rooms will be guided 24/7 in multi-layered security cover with CCTV facilities. Candidates are free to camp at a convenient distance from the strong rooms if they so desire, without disturbing the government security arrangements. EVM votes of 5 randomly selected polling stations of every assembly segment will be matched with VVPAT slips, as was done during Lok Sabha under the directions of the Honorable Supreme Court. Adequate central armed police will be deployed for security during the electoral process. And Umesh Sinha ji and his colleagues, they had a series of meetings with the MHA officials, and although the demand for the CPFs is always much on the higher side, but still they were able to reach at a reasonable figure. And special security arrangements will be in place for LWE affected areas, for example, Gadchiroli and Gondia in Maharashtra, like that. Commission has, during the review, our review with the officers, we again buttress the need for speedier execution of non-bailable warrants and very speedy disposal of pending cases of the electoral offences from last elections. But by and large, the situation was satisfactory. They were also asked to ensure 100% deposition of arms unless exempted under specific category, which orders will also come in force after this press conference. As we speak, they are already coming in force. Adequate CCTV coverage and webcasting in polling stations in sensitive areas will be ensured. All the police checkposts across the state will be under 24/7 webcasting, videography for the entire period of elections. General and police observers will be deployed after the announcement of elections by the Commission in the 2 states to monitor all the activities and ensure compliance of the directions of ECI. And by the way, the first training or orientation or interaction with the general observers is already scheduled on Monday. The day many of you thought that we'll be announcing the election schedule, but we have already slotted interaction with the observers.